All right, so we are driving now at negative 22 degrees outside. Let's check my watch again. Yep, still negative 22. We're at about a negative 55 wind chill right now in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. This polar vortex. Now, talking about, oh, look at the screen. Show the screen. Show that. Look at that. It is so cold, and even though we've preheated the car internally, the screen LCD is blurring because it is just that cold. And I just lost a chunk of ice onto the wheel, slippery a little bit. We definitely don't have any regen. The battery itself, according to my BMS access, was at about 0 degrees, even though it's down to negative 22. Now that shows that the car possibly hit its thermal management limit last night and started heating the car, especially considering we lost about 35 miles of range overnight. So I am thinking that that pack heater kicked in a little bit to bring the temps up. In terms of actual drivability, preheated the car for about 5 minutes, so it got okay comfortable, not hot, but warm enough. Turn on the floor heat. Thanks, Vinny. Yeah, he says Vinny's. That's Vinny language for saying it's effing cold out. Yeah. In terms of drivability, while our neighbors are struggling to start their cars, for the few unlucky ones that actually still have to work today, basically we just got in, sat down, and started driving. No problems, no fighting with the car, except a frozen door handle, of course. I mean, it's a Model S. You can't expect the door handles to work when they're supposed to or when you absolutely need them. So thankfully, Gino was nice enough to hop over the seat and let me in without letting me freeze outside. And even a deep breath kind of hurts in this temperature. In terms of overall the features, heated steering wheel is, wow, you can hear the packed up slush and snow on the wheel, but the heated steering wheel is a godsend at these temperatures. It is warm. It is really nice, comfortable warm. It's actually warmer turning the steering wheel on and having the heated steering wheel than leaving my gloves on. The gloves, I actually felt colder with the gloves on than I did without them on the steering wheel. The car heat, with range mode off, has no problems keeping up with the cabin temperature. So yes, thank you, Vinny. So no problems keeping the cabin warm with the heat, although we are going to suck down lots of power today. And oh gosh, this is not gonna be nice. Other drivability issues, not much. I have nitrogen in my tires. I can say from past experience, now I usually won't go out of my way to pay for nitrogen, but thankfully Costco provides it for free to Costco members, and I do have nitrogen in my tires. I lost about 5 pounds of pressure between yesterday at about positive 10 degrees Fahrenheit to right now of negative 20. Looks like it's warming up. We're at negative 20 now. So in general, tire pressure is good for me. Now, if I had, from past experience, regular air in the tires, I probably would have lost closer to 10 pounds. Now, the biggest one was acceleration and regen. Of course, I got no regeneration at all right now. And acceleration was at about, and I measured it with Tesla Remote S app for the iPhone, and it was at about 50 kilowatt acceleration power when we first started driving. Now it's already up to, according to the dotted line, 75 kilowatt. So that's improving as we're driving, and the motor and battery warm up. That's more of a motor issue than a battery issue. The battery really doesn't have a problem providing the power, considering the battery pack is just so dang large. But the problem is the motor, and you also have the oils in the differential and the coolant flowing. And at these temperatures, the oil in the differential, the viscosity, it thickens up quite a bit. which is also why you don't just start a cold gasoline car and just floor it and start going, is that oil is thicker. It has to flow around, and when it's cold, it gets thicker, and it takes a little longer to flow around, but after a few minutes, it starts warming up and thinning out and flowing better. Well, in an electric car, because we don't have as much heat generation, the battery pack and motor heater has to kick in to start heating all that, and I'm still chilled. And so that oil is going to start warming up a little slower, differential fluid, which is basically a gear oil. Coolant's flowing around just to try and shuttle heat from where it can find it. In this case, the 6 kilowatt battery pack heater, which is really working, sucking down plenty of power. We're going to get onto the freeway right now. We got to drop the midgets off at Granny's house before we head to the hospital. And more slush stuck over by the wheel wells. Crunching. Okay, we're going to do pedals all the way to the floor. We're doing 40 miles an hour. Usually I could be doing about 90 by now. Yes, that quick. 60, we're at the speed limit. Cruise control disabled. Driver's assistance features disabled. We're up to about 100 kilowatt acceleration power rate here. And I'm telling you, at these temperatures, you feel every little frickin' bump on the road. I really like my driver assistance features back. Tesla, can you please fix the driver assistance features unavailable? Oh, Fuddruckers.
Wee, that was fun.
No, that's not fun. I can feel my wallet getting lighter from that bump, as I have to probably call Tesla service for suspension repairs again.
Again.
Wow, these bumps are horrible in the cold.
These bumps are fine.
But of course, the driver assistance features are unavailable because the sun came up facing the autopilot camera. For some reason, it only happens in the wintertime. Never in the summertime, but when parking facing the sun in the wintertime, the car decides driver assistance features unavailable. Why? Still haven't gotten a solid reason for it, and Tesla never figured out a fix. And at this point, my seat is actually getting too hot. So that's pretty much it. The car is performing pretty much the same at negative 20, 22, 23 as it does any other time of the year. No, you're not going to be racing, but you hop and go. You're warm already when you get in. No fighting with it, other than the door handles, which I previously mentioned. No worries about a dead starting battery trying to crank over a freezing cold engine. No worries about having the wrong oil in your engine for the temperature and your vehicle not starting. And if you have your car plugged in these temperatures, your car is pretty much ready to go indefinitely as long as there's grid power. So we're going to sign off there. Now that I'm signing off, Vinny's finally quiet. But no, he's not a fan of the cold. Vinny is a Myrtle Beach boy. You know, sit out in the nice warm sun, sipping his pina colada. Or is that the Bahamas? That's the Bahamas, I think. So yeah, he definitely does not like these temps. So see you guys later. You can shut it off.
That was the biggest